I wanted to talk about the finale of Pluto moving into, it's moving away from Capricorn, and it's like the roller coaster, the misery of all of the energy it really takes to even have a roller coaster ride. But so now we're on it thanks to Capricorn and all the money, and then so we're going up, up, up. That moment where it's like chick, 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 chick. And then it kind of gets to the top, and then it gets quiet, no more chick, chick, chick. And you're kind of doing this slow turn, and what's left for my generation, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Well, Aquarius has a special little relationship with Pluto. I kind of will be there for them. Yes, Gemini and Libra. And Cancers will be feeling relief. So will Aries and Capricorn. As far as how that, I don't know if you felt it. It happened that Pluto touched Aquarius already, supposedly here, and if it didn't or not, but it was sure ironic around that time. I felt amazing. I felt really good. You know, as an astrologer, you have to be really careful. I mean, you are just aware, is what I mean. And you will tell people to be careful. But anyway, what I mean is you're aware of your friends' charts, other people's situation that maybe what Pluto would be doing to them, it could be that it's getting out of trine and going into square with some people, and that might be a drag if you're close to somebody, is to see this, I don't care what you are to each other. You should put space in between you and that person, and I mean just cut it off. Every once in a while, I mean, you should make them understand you have an independent, deep, profound responsibility to align yourself to the cosmos, and nobody should be so needy and disconnected with, uh, say, just being human, because that's a human quality, is to just kind of help somebody reset, give them space. Space is love, by the way. Let's talk about it again. It's that place just beyond the nose. It's figuratively when you kind of see, love knows how to let go. Love lets go. So what you may see is, where the stress is going to start building when Pluto moves into Aquarius is for the Tauruses. Leos have a peculiar relationship. It's an opposition. And Scorpio. It's kind of a little bit of a hell of a time, which kind of reflects that, yes, Pluto is in the house when it comes to the fixed signs. And it's going to start vibrating and changing all of them in accordance to, well, what Pluto does is the work, I was going to say the work of God, but really it's pointing at the truth, which is God. And that's all that it's going to purify in order to get to the, like, what is operating there. If it's not the truth, that's too bad, because that dissolves. And can we find a more solid foundation here? Is there good geometry in the house? And with Pluto going into Aquarius, into the sign that represents real sciences and higher minded thinking and humanity itself. It's the color of the sky. If Aquarius has a color, and every sign does, and remember, aqua us is like very much like water, or electric blue is what it's called. Um, More is going to come out about real sciences in connection with, um, well, I want to say, because it's real sciences, it's the creation of creation, and things we already have known, but perhaps it was well hidden. And why is it well hidden? Well, um, it's a test, and this is a test on your individual, not only your broadcasting system, but how are you broadcasting? What are you intaking and then reeling out, and what is your influence? What can your influence be? See, this is the thing that we hear about. Well, the 144 so-called chosen ones, but what that really is you have 144,000 strands of DNA. That, like, most of it isn't activated, but some people do get activated, and they are so strange. They start channeling, and they're actually getting more solid in they call it the God code, and so they start resonating. And see, the saying goes is these people, they're more powerful than 75 people who live a lie, rather than the one who and are saying lies. Say they just say things and it doesn't have any weight. And this is very real to say. It's because it's not going along the ley lines of the truth. And I'm about to put a fascinating video up about how they tie in the vowels with, it's like I'm saying, of course, the torus field. And it's that to me is, we'll get to what that is, even if it's a metaphor or not. It's a mandala. Let's just say that it's it's like a flower. It's an organized, symmetrical operation that signifies harmony is happening there. Anyway, of something. I mean, really, it's way complex. Anyway, governing all creation of creation, as the vowels point at the non-physical operations of that, uh, flows, and how just keeps reminding us how it's really working. Includes you are involved, you, and the why, being a beautiful, all of it's so beautiful to me, you wouldn't even know the relationship I have with some word, like I call them equations, that are already here. If you understood what I understood, I shouldn't say it like that, but getting back to, I was trying to talk about Pluto and Aquarius, where what's going to happen, babes, is all of a sudden, people, it's going to be overnight. It could happen in milliseconds that you just wake up. Your entire body goes through restoration. You will experience instant healing, and you just won't have any choice. You're not going to be able to look into something that doesn't have a good constitution, because it's just not the truth. Say it just like that, and we're going to get more and more. It's not going to be good for a lot of the world, thank God. Hi, Jesus, were you talking about the world and how that we had nothing to do with it? Did you really mean word? Why? Why? And then the scientists and everybody, especially, you can hear people just, they're, by the way, you're a wall. You're a fucking brick in a wall. It's going to be crumbling down. Talk about the pillars that stand and just goes and vibrates a little differently, in accordance to the truth, and just busts the walls down. It's like, you 75 people, can you get a better fucking thing to sing about? All that? It's just because you're a safety in numbers. One person comes around, you have to off them on a crossover there. I'm pretty sure it's raining right now. It's kind of done, but last night it was sleeting. I started hearing some weather. I'm happy about it. I get such peace in the mountains, but it's been lately in the last 3 years especially, that that it's only been in the winter times that I can gain that same peace. Meditation is what I'm into, and being really quiet and getting back to what I'm trying to talk about is like, okay, so that's going to be a real thing. Some people are going to be, pardon me while I just enjoy this moment of how peaceful the rain is, and how grateful I am that I have so much. I have wood. I worry about that. I'm a worrier, Oh, not a warrior. Are you kidding? It's worrier. That's Aries. That's Aries for you. If you know an Aries person, I'm an Aries rising, so yeah, I'm an Aries. You are your rising sign. I'm going to repeat this again for people. It's the actual time of day that you were physically born, not the day of the month, the time of day. You have to kind of imagine, was I born at a certain time of day? And it's not necessarily the day of the month because that's your physical birth. That is the sign you are, the sign that was on the horizon. And that's the sign you are. The sun is somewhere, and if you're born in the morning, the sun is on your horizon, then you're a double Aries or whatever the sun is in that in a sign. Right now it's in Sagittarius, so you'd be a double Sagittarius if you were born in the morning. Anyway, it has to do with the holographic plasmatic field of the hologram. It's, see, the physical body is your hologram, and that's what the first house is. Aries. Did you notice? I have no choice but to just do this. I'm not even flexing. It's just that's the way it is. See, I'm somebody who would divvy out exercise programs for the physical body based in your astrological rising sign. You'd have to know what time you were born. It's hard to remember that, I know, and who knows about your mother? I'm just kidding. Did she remember what was going on? Was she coherent? Oh boy, I'm sorry. I'm going to try not to ruin this beautiful video that I tried to put together, talking about, and I'm going to make videos like this that kind of just isolate these important things that are coming up this last month, the finale of this year. Whew. You know, we're not. The thing is, it's like, well, then does that mean that it's an easy ride for a lot of? See, the thing that's going to happen with the Libra generation, the vibration of what it's going to spark off, is that we will see more people getting married that seem like odd couples or something, but an older age, for example, my age, and being very much uplifted by a new notion of what love really is, and it's going to work. It's not going to be narcissists looking, imagining that they have chemistry and stuff. No, it's based on real science, which is heart connection. And then, well, a lot of rearranging. If you imagine people my age, why haven't they got married yet, or what has happened up till now, and finally they're getting married, or something there's a shift happening, and people are going to find each other. It's already has happened. You know, there's maybe you have experienced. If you didn't, babe, you are in a cinder block 9 by 9 enclosure with a little hole, and they feed food to you there, and you breathe through it, and you're just like, everything's good, all is well. Otherwise, other people are experiencing a profound thing that's like it's the human organism being pulled apart by the cosmos that says, I own you. Don't forget there is heaven, the heavens, and there's creators up there, and they're like, let's see, do they get the Aquarius evolution? Perhaps they will when the wrecking ball goes through. It's like, what do you really know? And it's like, well, some people know how to escape really well, you know. As far as the roller coaster ride, like if they want to get off the roller coaster ride, they'll just dive off, you know. And it's like, some people are doing something strange, mommy. It's okay, let's have fun, Bobby. That's just kind of the way it is. It's going to be an extreme, and there's going to be an understanding. The high-minded Aquarius says, that's a hell of a choice you're making, you know, kind of a thing, you know. It's like, mind your own business, because that's what all you're doing. That's all we can do. You cannot help people with things that is absolutely their 100% responsibility to help themselves. And I didn't just say, fuck love. That isn't just a solution. I said, maybe that's the main thing is, oh God, learn how to cultivate and get a connection with babying yourself, love yourself, you know, feel good. Why? Well, you want to maintain feeling good. Otherwise, this life sucks. Fuck this life. We didn't come here to not feel good. And I didn't just say we didn't come here to not do the work it takes and feel kind of pain and discomfort and grow up out of our shell to maintain what? Boy, I feel good. and I'm supposed to be, see, a lot of people that I have been so away from people, and that's probably the key. Good old Aquarius will tell you that I have an Aquarius moon, and they say this is for the sign of Aquarius or whatever, sun, moon, or rising, and it's because that's what you are. I mean, your moon is even more important than the sun because it's the second fastest moving thing, and I've already told you this, but I want you to understand what we don't know that we're missing about astrology. Well, because it's mainstream, and they just want to say, well, sun sign, and that's your ambitious, that's your heart, soul. See, the sun represents your solar plexus and your gut ambition that says, I am aiming for this as a physical body. I'm going to use it to because I'm ambitious for this, and I am ambitious for the Libra vibration. I'm a Libra with I'm Mars ruled, and so that I have the Sun conjunct Mars, and Pluto happens to be right in the middle, going, "Yay, samba!" And I'm like almost burnt to a crisp, but I keep going. I keep going. I'm managing to just be living in a massive cauldron of flaming, hotter than hot, not even recognizable fire. Yet I'm still managing a somewhat of a train of thought, and I can communicate, and I'm still vertical, and it's been 50 years of this nearly. Thanks for listening.